What's up, fam? Episode 37. How's everybody's week been going? We have been making incremental gains incrementally. So, a few milestones, a little bit of increase in coins. This run in the background, because I've just been doing milestone runs all day. Was about to do the live stream, seen a couple of the other tower lads on, so I thought I'll just do a video instead. So I'm actually doing the video a day ahead of schedule. I'll normally record it on Sunday. I'll do a live stream on Saturday night. That seems to fit the schedule pretty well. So I thought, rather than starting up my normal run during the day, I'll actually push some milestones. So I literally did tier 14, 15, 16, so on and so on. And yeah, it's a good thing. Like, even though you're running a different setup for your milestones, it's good to see, how the waves are scaling, certain things that you might encounter, like fleets. Bro, it gave me a fright in tier 14 when I hit a fleet. So let's dive down and take a look. So milestones, we unlocked tier 18. Boom. I wouldn't say we did it easy, but we got there. It was actually really weird. So we're somewhere, I think maybe last week we were somewhere around this mark, somewhere in between here. So in between this, we hit demon mode, second win, all sorts of stuff, and for some reason we pulled through. And I think that a lot of the milestone gains that I got today was actually just due to having damage mastery and the new cannon. You definitely tell that I need inner landmines or some like stronger CC. But yeah, we got it. What it did do is give us a nice boost to stones and a nice boost to whoa, what sort of arrow is that? A nice boost to gems. So I think I might have got just over 300 stones from those pushes. Maybe over 1,000 gems. Maybe more. So yeah, pretty good. Might be a little bit easier to see it in this page. Stats for the week, 52.4. We're a day ahead of schedule. So if I'm going on last week, now I would be reading it off Project Ren, but I keep forgetting to upload. I've only uploaded one run onto Project Ren, which is kind of a shame. But I do plan to do it this week. I might start tomorrow or something, Monday, and then kind of do it that way. But if we're a day ahead of schedule for this, and I'm earning about a Q for a 24-hour period, looks like we've earned about 7Q this week, which is pretty massive. So that averages out to a Q a day. So there's kind of been my goal for the last couple of weeks, is to hit the Q a day mark, but then also to average out a Q a day. So when you do tournament runs and everything, obviously you're losing out on that income, which means that I'll have to be farming more than 500 trill runs, which we have been getting. So we're at 26.5 stones. Always like keeping an eye on labs. I swear this number hasn't moved. So here are the runs. Whoa. Alright. So what I did is I just started at tier 18. I didn't respec for it, but I kind of just soft specced out of it. Oh no, sorry, 17. We did 17 first. They unlocked 18. And then after locking the 18, I jumped back around. And then we just went one after the other. This one annoyed me. Now I feel like we were set up to go for a pretty good one. But what I did do for this tier 14 is I actually did it in full farming gear. So I didn't do it in the same gear that I did with these ones, dim core, project funding, all that sort of stuff. I actually did it with multiverse nexus, tried it with a G comp, and I was actually trying to do a blender and see if I could get it to like 3k or how much further past 3k, because I'm kind of interested in these two tiers and what we could do Basically, how the hell are we going to get out of tier 11? And the only way to do it, or to try to figure out a plan, is actually just try it and see. But that's how the milestones went, so pretty stoked with that. Pretty stoked with unlocking tier 18. And pretty happy with the progress this week. I think something that has helped is I got a cloud phone. And I finally found one where it was available to the server, so I don't have to use the spare phone anymore, or if I do use the spare phone, it's just to log into it. And I also don't have to run it on my PC, so I'm trying to avoid putting it on the PC, just because I don't feel like having it running 24/7. So we'll go to the tourneys. So tournaments, we got another Legends run, so I'll actually do it after this video. For the history, we got 497. I'm not sure if that's our highest. That might be our highest. Now what's really weird about this one, yeah, it is. 497 gets me a 19th. So what's really weird about this one, 497, is I got like 400 waves when I did a respec, so like a hard respec, pull all the coins out of econ. And I got 497 when I did it with just a just by soft specking out of the build. I found that really weird. So what I'm actually going to do is this live stream is, I'm all set up from the milestones and I didn't do a hard respec. So I'm actually going to do a run as a soft respec and then try it and then see what the difference is. I just found it really weird, and it wasn't the only run. There's another run back here, somewhere in here, where it's the same thing. And I mean, maybe some of it comes down to RNG. Like if you got, what is it, basic ultimate, which I think is the battle condition today. It's super RNG related. And if you're using the cannon, the new cannon, and you're relying on uptime to keep the damage buff up, that's another RNG element to it. Event, I don't know if we talked about this last time. How old is it? No, it's only just come out this week, I think. Knockback, yeah. Thorns, I mean, I know you guys have seen all of this. This helps for us at the moment with farming. And I mean, of course, this is God tier. It is a bit of a shame it's behind the paywall. But, you know, if you're paying a premium for a premium relic, you kind of want it to be premium. Not like hit these ones like the other ones and it's like a cash relic. It's like, bro, nobody want no cash relic. It looks like we got some of the annoying ones. This is an annoying one. No damage for 1200 waves. I mean, depending on what build you have. Death Ray, that's another annoying one. Demon mode, that's pretty easy with tournaments now, but I remember I used to find this one really annoying. And this nuke one's pretty annoying, but I got a little bit of a technique for it. Here's how Golden Bot's looking. So I think I am moving into that boomer stage of the tower because this is a rerun. This one here. So the relics were a rerun. The theme was a rerun. Which means that I have managed to put like, I think maybe 2 clicks into this. Something like that. So that's probably the only benefit for me on the reruns is the medals can go into Golden Bot. Guild, I think everybody's is looking like this. Hell is sold out, so I think we are done. So all we do now is let these build up. Am I supposed to get this? Is it 42% chance or 40%? I feel like it's supposed to be 42. We do just got that. Cares, eh? So everybody's store should be looking like this. And overall, you know, pretty good shop, I think. Very similar to the other ones. And, you know, same with the relics and that. And then it is good that they still have these listed here. And with, oh, look, 8 days to go. Work it. So in another week, we're going to get the next season, which I think will be season 4. I think it's season 4. It's gone so fast. It's kind of like the thing with this game is because to gain ground and to improve your setup, things are like based on time and everything, that like if you're planning stuff out by a few days or a few weeks or a few months, the time just kind of passes you by, you know, while it's idling in the background. The crew always killing it, and then I suppose, yeah, we're just gonna sit back and wait for the next season, and then I suppose next week we'll give our review. But for the most part, it's like every other season, you know. It's good. It's a massive, I wouldn't say catch-up mechanic, because we all the resources and that are available to everybody, but in a general sense, it can make probably some stages in the early game go a hell of a lot faster, just by, you know, even having a guardian to help with some what are they, not medals, what's the other thing, I mean, it gives you a few medals, what's the thing, shards. But I think once we finish up with fetch, I think unless something super busted comes out in either the next season or the following season, I think everybody will start moving over to bounty, which is cool. We'll be able to see what people do with it and how they get it going. So workshop looks a bit munted, and that's just because we just spec'd out of the devo so we could do the milestones. So yeah, we don't really need to look into it too much. What I have been thinking about doing is actually, see, coins are all over the place. What I am thinking about doing is actually stopping on the Mastery labs for a minute and start pumping into this tab. Like, I kind of want to take this to 1.2. I think it's like for every click it might be close to 1% or a percent goes up. So I kind of, yeah, I can imagine this gets hella pricey. But if I'm gonna dump, like, say the last level into a mastery is like 10Q or 9Q, whatever the hell it is, if I'm gonna dump that much into it, which is basically like a third of my entire workshop, I actually feel like I might want to put some more into my workshop first. Like, maybe if I took this to 40Q or 45Q and then go back to it, then I might have a little bit more liquid to play with. And then I can, you know, I can also work on this other stuff. I don't know, that's kind of just how I'm feeling at the moment. Still no change, but we are 445 stones away from inner landmines, finally. And I think from inner landmines, I'll have to check with some people, but some people are saying, you know, unlike Chronofield, where it's such a big investment to get some type of effect from it, I think inner landmine's fairly cheap, and that's kind of what we're after. Cheap for the cheapskates. So that's yeah, that's that. So I did put, I think, another level into this, which takes it to 2%, which is pretty good. And I think, so we're at level 4. I think maybe like max level, it must be like 4% or 4.5% or something like that. We're at the halfway point. The next lab though, for me, and I have been doing lab coin discount, bro, it's like 4.7 quadrillion. But the good thing is we've been earning pretty decent coin, so it's about 4 or 5 days worth of farming. Moddies, this is what's been killing me lately. Rerolls. Bro, killing me so bad that I think I'm going to put it as a priority, that after I get the inner landmines and I get it at a baseline, I'm going to get the Mastery. It's absolutely killing me. Like, here's a good example of killing me. So I've mucked this one up. I mean, it's not bad, but it could be done far better, to the point where I'm probably going to have to roll off stuff. So I might... So I want super crit factor, and I want ancestral multi-shot target, but I've kind of like mucked it up, and that's just because other stuff fell first. Like, say, you know, this isn't so much as of a priority. Like, super crit factor would be a higher priority. Like, I don't know what there's other people that know like the full nitty gritty and how to prioritize it. I just know that this kind of isn't ideal. But it's doing alright. Like, for raw damage, this thing's doing alright. And we're doing pretty good for module levels. Like, we're getting plenty of shards. Like, you might see this, and you might be like, damn, bro, you're just sitting on 24,000. Put it in there. Well, I'm not farming with a UW on, so I don't really need it. This one I generally do, but I got no money, and my workshop's all mucked up after a milestone. So just once we respec and everything, I'll zhuzh this all up and get it all back online properly. But yeah, just the rerolls are killing me. Now I'm super tempted to pull modules, because I really would like a DC, but I do know they don't exist, so I'm just actually just acting like that's at maximum, because RNG's killing me, lads. But I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna hold off for the new banner, and if the banner like will kind of give nothing for me at the moment, or I see no purpose, and I'll have a good think about it, because I'm not going to do like what I did with project funding and not bloody pull on the banner, but I'll sit back and I'll see if there is some sort of place for whatever the module is, and if there's not for me, or you know, if it's kind of like a nice to have instead of like a missing out, I'm actually going to get the next card slot. So doing those milestone runs been super helpful, because that only puts us at 900 off. So I think that's kind of my plan as far as where the gems are going. For the labs, look, that's how frustrated he's getting. Getting that frustrated, he's going to start labbing bands. This thing here, I'm just going to leave it on at the moment. And not sure when I'll take it off, but I'm sure it's going to be helpful. This is what? This is really close. This is so close. But it's been on there so long that I can't even remember when I put it on there. That's how many episodes we've done since we put it on there. Like, it's spring now. I'm sure we put it on in the winter. Coins per kill. Might as well just gold box it. The ROI is probably pretty low. Same with his attack speed. It's probably like mad low. But I don't really care. I just want to do it. Just because why not? We could look at the history. See, just putting on random stuff. It's pretty much just that. Just a bunch of random stuff with super long labs. What we could do is a little bit hard with favorites, but I'll scan down so you can see what my levels are. Because sometimes people ask, like, you know, stuff about your HP or stuff about damage and that sort of stuff. What I could do is, I actually low-key want to put that back on. Same with the crit factor. But I'll just scroll down like this. Whoa. Whoa. I'll just scroll like this. And feel free to take a pause. So this is what they're like at level 5. 4.47. These ones here super oh, not these ones. What is it? This is like a bit of a trickier one. You get to the point when in the super early game, like right at the start, where you get like however many billion is to lab it, and then you think like, oh yeah, I'll do that. But like one click in enhancements is like billions and billions. This is a really good one when you start out, light speed shots. Not like, you don't super need it. And I'm wondering if this is a thing. So that's probably something that I noticed with... So I unlocked Rend so that it could swallow the free ups. But I actually think it was doing more harm. I don't know why. Like, I'm pretty sure at gold box in a run is a 30% chance. And you have to stack up that Rend multiplier to equal the 8 times damage or whatever. And I'm pretty sure we weren't stacking it that fast, but for some reason I just feel like it was causing more harm than good. Like, I was over trimming for way longer. Maybe I'm just imagining it. With the changes, how things are going, I'm actually curious whether I should be actually looking into some of this stuff. I don't know at which point, because I'm not up to it with the new fleets and everything. Like, I'm still quite a while away. I'm actually like curious that, because I don't really have anything that's a priority at the moment to lab, that maybe I should do some of this. Like, is it going back to that direction? You know, where we start doing... What's this? 36. Like, we just finish this off and put the 4 levels in it. Not that one. That takes ages. Or regen. But like that. You know, just finish that off. Maybe put another 10 levels. I don't know. I don't know whether I'm wasting my time or not. Like, heaps of people say different things. But I'm sure at some stage in the game, the idea is just to max everything. Like, I don't feel like this would have much of a place. This, what's this one? Package amount. I mean, maybe. But I don't know if package has a place. I'm not really too sure. I think things have changed so much. Here's the ultimate weapon ones. Like, even that. 2 days for a big chunk. Like, I'm genuinely curious, like, whether I just start pumping in a bunch of HP. Let me know your thoughts. Like, I know hybrids, like, getting more and more impactful. But I mean, some stuff, like, the coins that I get from BHD is so good. I'm going to have to figure out something else if I'm going to go do a G-Comp style of build. It's kind of why I was playing around with these other tiers. Even this, Chain Thunder. Scatter, I think that's good. Probably for quite some time. I've heard not to do that, so I'm not going to bother. And then this thing might have a place at the moment. I think it'll muck up my Obelisk. Chrono Jump. Cards. Eventually, I think we'll end up doing this sort of stuff. Perks. Highly recommend you max out, like, these perks, like, fairly early. The standard perk bonus, bro, takes ages. Absolutely ages. And you don't have to max these. If you're going to get into doing, like, auto pick perks, all you got to do is just do whatever's the, whatever's like the minimum to get your econ and maybe your EHP. If you're, like, find that you're dying in your overnight runs in that. But just get, like, the bare minimum. You don't have to go super deep into it. The further you go into it, the more of, like, a quality of life or more consistency in your runs. Oh, look, yeah, maxed out the duration. One day we'll get these other bots. Enemies. This looks like somewhere, like, a bit down the line. Same thing with this too, like modules. You want to get into it fairly early. This rare drop chance one's pretty expensive. I think the reroll shards is fast. I think common drops chance is fast. I think daily mission shards might be long. I can't quite remember. But I remember, like, I just started getting into, like, the platinum champs sort of region. And then I went to player questions and asked, like, oh, where do I put this on the priority? And they were like, bro, if you're at that level, bro, max that soon as possible. And I'm pretty thankful, like, if we do a mission, 125, which is huge to start with. But you can see now, 125 is it's not much, but in saying that, it all adds up. That's why we're all investing in fetch. That's why we go rare package mastery, all that sort of thing, because it all adds up, and you just need it to just keep piling up. Whether you're going to use it or not, just keep stacking it up, because one day, especially once you get assist mods, you're gonna need all of this. And that's kind of like why I want to do that rare package mastery. But before I do that, I feel like I need a little bit more liquid in the workshop, because the workshop's been pretty stagnant as we're sinking all these coins. Like, our lifetime coins are growing and growing and growing, but it's all getting swallowed into labs. So I think that's us for the week. Hopefully, which should be by next video. So we do this tourney, get the rewards, hopefully don't get demoted. Next tourney, get the rewards, and then hopefully by next video we're gonna have inner landmines. So if you like what you see, you know the drill, fam. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification button so you can see when the next video is coming out. And as always, keep it cloudy, fam.